A lot of the Rwanda option, and indeed the other countries' options that Suella Braverman apparently is in negotiation to pursue and to ensure, should the Rwanda option fail, which it's almost certain to fail, she is looking elsewhere for other countries that are going to take our refugees and process them in the same way that Rwanda might or would or could or should. All of this is about finding an alibi for not doing the work that the Home Office should be doing. The public is rightly, and particularly the voting Conservative public, is rightly concerned that the Home Office has taken its eye off the ball and has done so for some time, that its policing is shoddy, that we don't have trust in our police force any longer, that we don't have trust that when we ask for a passport to be renewed, it will happen with any speed or certainty, that we don't have trust in visas being generated for people that are coming to do business here or whatever, or coming to be educated here. That the whole Home Office, everything the Home Office presides over is in chaos. And instead of fixing the chaos, Suella Braverman, Priti Patel, and indeed Mrs. May, have indulged in rhetoric rather than reality. Now we're targeting the police force and targeting that with the rhetoric of being woke. There may be some reality in it, but the real focus should be on improving our system. And the woke police rhetoric is the same sort of rhetoric as the Albanian immigrant, as the criminal gangs crossing the channel rhetoric. It's trying to pull attention away from a ministry which is demonstrably failing and has been failing since the late 90s. Its system is creaking because its system is based on a tardy and lackluster bureaucracy. And now it's processing half the number of cases that it processed a couple of years ago. And the number of cases has quadrupled. It doesn't take a statistician or a mathematician to work out that this is not a viable way to run a major part of the British government. This is broken. As Suella Braverman quite rightly pointed out, it is broken. It's not particularly the Conservative Party that broke it. The break is clearly something that was there and acknowledged to be there in the early 2000s under the Labour Party. It's not the Labour Party that broke it. The break is in thinking bureaucracy can solve the problem. Mrs. May made it significantly worse with her hostile environment and her conviction that more paperwork solves the problem with paperwork. It doesn't. She's as crazy as everybody else. Utterly crazy. She has almost single-handedly created the problem that we've now got today. Her problem. And easily identifiable back in the early days of the Cameron administration. Easily identifiable. And as wrong then as it is now. You can't sort out a system by being cruel and vicious and irresponsible. We need a clear, impassionate, and focused ministry. If we have bureaucracy, it needs to be simplified and efficacious. It is not at the moment. It is complex and incompetent.